Alright, so this next section is going to be about compounding inequalities. The only real difference between compounding inequalities and other, single step or two-step or multi-step inequalities is that you're going to be solving technically two inequalities at once. So look at this little picture here. You'll notice that if you had the inequality x is greater than or equal to 2, you graph it normally. And if you had x is less than 5, you graph that one normally. Notice the open circle there. But if you have a compound inequality, it's almost like you're solving two at once, and you'll see this and in a lot of the word problems. So if you have two instances that are both true, you'd actually have a little join where you have greater than 2, and you'd also have less than 5. So you have to, blend them together. Notice that the overlap, less than 2 right here is not there, and more than 5 is not there. We just take the, the intersection between the two true statements. Over here on the right, we're going to have an or statement. So it's either this or something else. So you look at y is less than or equal to -2. You have that normal graph, closed circle left. Y is greater than 1 this way. So you notice that an or statement is going to be going two separate directions. So and is going to be combination, or is going to be either side. Okay. So here's some examples. Example number 1. Write each sentence as an inequality, graph each inequality. Letter A. A number x is greater than -8 and less than or equal to 4. So first we're going to do is kind of pull out the keywords. A number x is greater than -8, so get your greater than side, and keyword, so it's going to be an intersection between the two of them, less than or equal to x. Notice that they don't have a number x. Number x is up here for the blue one. The number x is going to be attributed over here in the green, so it's going to be an and statement. So x is less than or equal to 4. So we're going to write that as -8 is less than x and less than or equal to 4. Okay, then go ahead, now you can go and graph it. Notice that the gator on this one is facing the left, the x. Notice it's facing x on this one. Notice over here that the gator is facing the 4, and it's continuing to face the 4 again. So we're going to graph open circle, close circle, and go from there. Same thing for the letter B, and number y is at most 0 or at least 2. Okay, so at most 0, there you go. Or y is greater than or equal to 2, at least 2 or more. So this is going to be an or statement, so we're going to be going two separate directions. There we go. Notice closed circle, opposite directions. All right. Next example number 2. Okay. Now, in equations and inequalities we've done so far, those rules we talked about doing like the inverse, whatever you do one side, you do the other. Well, in this case, technically you have two other sides. So make sure when you do it, you're going to be doing it to both inequalities at the same time. So in letter A, we're going to be adding 2 to both the left and to the right in the situation. Okay, so in this case, you could be technically adding 2 here, and you notice over here, let's go that way first. We're adding 2 over here, which cancels out. -4 plus 2 is -2. It's less than x. Then over here, you're going to add 2 to this side. So this becomes x is less than 5. Our statements are still true. If you ever multiply or divide by a negative, you're going to be flipping some signs. Okay. Solution, there we go. Notice we can just take the whole and statement and combine it into one compound inequality. Graphing open circle, and so on. This one here, same idea. You can break it up like I did if you'd like to. You can just solve it in once. I personally like to keep it together, but if you want to break it up, it's fine. You'd have -3 is, there's a double there at the same time. Subtract 1, subtract 1, subtract 1. Okay, in this case, you get -4 is less than -2, x is less than or equal to 8. Okay, divide by -2. It's multiplication, so divide by -2. Notice they flip the signs. Anytime you multiply or divide by negative, that sign should be going off. And then we go ahead and simplify. So there's your inequality, compound inequality. Then we can go and graph it. Okay, go and graph it. Greater than -4, less than 2. Good there. All right, here is 1. If you want to pause it and do this one, go ahead. All right, here's the answer. Okay. All right, last one. Solve 3y minus 5 is less than -8, or 2y minus 1 is greater than 5. Normal inequality, they're OR statements. You have two separate graphs. Just go ahead and go solve them normally. Plus 5 plus 5, -3 over here. Divide by 3, divide by 3. Get an answer y is less than -1. Over here, add 1 to both sides. Then you end up getting 2y is greater than 6. Divide by 2 to both sides. Y is greater than 3. You have two OR statements. So you need to go. You have one OR statement. So you got to go graph these two separate inequalities that should be going opposite directions, and we can prove that by graphing both of them. Notice they're both open circles. All right. Here is a couple for you to try on your own. Freeze it if you would like to give it a try before I post the answers. Go ahead and freeze it now. All right, here's your solutions.